You can't negotiate desire. Ooh, this is a big one. This goes with individuals and what they want in life. This is for romantic relationships that you have and just everything in general. I cannot make you desire your goals and what you want. I can't get a female and through my negotiation get her to like me. You see, a lot of these things that are rooted principally internally, mentally, and emotionally, we try to on the outside externally negotiate it. You can't negotiate that stuff. You can't negotiate desire straight up. I can't talk you into doing more. I can't talk the girl into liking me. Oh, you should like me because of no. Hey, you should be motivated because you can't do that. So in any realm that we look at desire, you can't negotiate it. And this is such a foreign concept for people because they think, hey, on paper, I should have the job. My desirability as an employee should be high. They should hire me. Or, hey, on paper, I'm great for chicks. How come nobody's, checking for me or vice versa? You can't negotiate it. And this is a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow. And this is why we have to expand our horizons in regards to the knowledge that we consume and that we understand. That way we can go out there in the world and move effectively. My desires for, like as an example, the life goals that I have and things that I want, I don't talk myself into it or negotiate. I've gone deep inside and said, okay, I know I desire this, based on really what I want and what aligns, that's the word I'm looking for, with my identity, values, and beliefs. I want X, Y, Z, this financially, this relationally, this career-wise, this life-wise, right? And I go after these things. There's a genuine burning desire in me to go after those things, right? Where do we mess up here? You allow parents, family, external influences to try to negotiate that with you. Oh, you should go to school. You should do this. You should do that. You should blah, 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 blah. That's the world and society trying to negotiate with you. That doesn't work. Then you wonder why you have no motivation. You don't go after what you want. You need to be in tune with yourself. Same thing with the opposite sex. Yes, I need to be unapologetically me. However, I need to understand the opposite sex and how their mind works. This goes for both men and women. You need to understand, because right now, everything is backwards. Just because you're good on paper, my dude, doesn't mean that the girl's going to like you. And then women have it flipped too. You think throwing your degrees and your accomplishments in our face are going to make us want to have sex with you or be with you? That's not it. We don't care about any of that. So men are looking at women's desires incorrectly, and women are looking at men's desires incorrectly. Both of them have it flipped in this. And you can't negotiate that. Hey, how come you don't like me? I'm tall and this and that. You can't do that. But we don't understand. So by me understanding in my life, I had to really connect with what I want and my beliefs and philosophies to align with what I want in the future. To create that genuine burning desire, I did it. Same thing with the opposite sex. I know myself, but I have to understand how the female mind and DNA works in regards to attraction and desire to a man, and I need to move accordingly. Both are part of the equation. Same thing for the chick. It's the same thing. But both sexes right now have that thing backwards. Society has been pushing like a gender flip. Men are acting like women and women are acting like men. And that's why you see in the dating world, relationship world, things are crumbling. Dudes are being more like chicks and chicks are being more like dudes. And it's disgusting. And this is why the average person is struggling so much. This is why you have dudes just trying to be pretty and look good, and women are chasing degrees and success. Everything is backwards. Ladies, the first thing that we look at in desirability is your looks. That opens the door. As men, that stuff is important. You want to feel good and look good, of course, but that's not number one for us. But dudes are too busy trying to be pretty instead of working on themselves, becoming confident, you'd be better off being confident and a top-notch communicator than looking good. First, become confident, top-notch communicator, successful in what you do, and work at yourself physically and all that. But your physical attractiveness is lower on those notches. Again, we're talking about what each sex genuinely desires and is attracted to. Otherwise, you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Now, looks themselves are a depreciating asset, right? But I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. But understand what I'm talking about here when I say desire cannot be negotiated. Whether it's for you and your goals and your life and what you want to accomplish and what you're going after and having that genuine burning desire, or in this case of relationships. If you want something, you want it. It can't be negotiated. Why do you think so many people make impulse decisions? because their desire for that, for whatever reason, was so high, they were willing to throw logic away. And this is when people make stupid decisions. Ideally, in a perfect world, you want to be able to tap into that desire, but still use your higher intellect. Most people aren't going to be able to do that. But what causes somebody to be desirable? What causes the goals and what you want to actually be desirable? Well, that's easy. You genuinely want them, and there's no external influence negotiating it to you. It's not an idea implanted in your head. It's coming from you. Then that fire is going to be there, and the desire will be all there, and you'll handle most of the stuff that you're dealing with. No motivation, no energy, no drive. I don't want to do it. I'm procrastinating. That's because you're going after stuff that you don't really want. There's no genuine desire there to go after that goal. And it's the same thing here. As an example, if you as a man don't put your foot down and have standards, even though the world tries to shame you for it right now, women aren't going to fuck with you. How many dudes will throw everything away for a pretty face or start acting dumb? Have standards, dude. Draw the line. Hey, we're not going to do this. Hey, when I deal with women, I don't accept A, B, C. And then if she exhibits that behavior, bye. And vice versa. Done. But, right, the game begins and that's what happens. They'll start acting funny or trying to pull your heartstrings to get you to negotiate or, to comply with their requests. And what happens? Dudes fold. Then when you fold, they lose desirability for you and they lose respect. Desire for you goes down. But you need to understand. You would think, oh, well, I'm just being nice. Wrong. So there's the intelligence part of this game, but there's also the understanding how the other person operates, thinks, and behaves. Men, you have to understand that about women, and women, you need to understand that about men. Like right now, right? Desirability, right? A lot of women proudly will go around saying, oh, I'll sleep with any dude and this and that. That's disgusting to most men. Men will use you for sure, and they'll have sex with you. Absolutely. But do you think they're going to wife you up or see you as relationship material? When you're out there sticking your chest out, talking about, oh, I'll sleep with any dude and this and that, or I cheated on my boyfriend, that's disgusting to us. Versus, generally speaking, women who look at men who are highly desirable to other women, meaning a lot of women have wanted them or they know that they've been with a lot of women, generally speaking, they don't frown upon that like we do with women. They don't, oh, that's a deal breaker. For some women, sure, it will be. But for the overwhelming majority, they don't see that as a big negative or red flag. So we have to understand the difference. We look at a woman, right? If a woman is a little bit shy, we don't care. Like, we don't care. I'm not going to suddenly be like, oh, man, she's shy. But as a dude, man, chicks are going to be like, I can probably manipulate this dude. He's soft. He's weak if you're shy. So you have to understand that. As a man, you cannot be shy. And it's not just, oh, it's just for girls. No, it's not just for girls, because as a man, you shouldn't be shy. You need to be confident, bold, be able to lead, and be decisive, which is, again, desirable to women too, but it also allows you to operate better as a man. One of the many reasons that I'm where I'm at right now, with social media, with my life, with relationships, financially and all that, and my businesses, is because I lead and I'm decisive and I'm bold. You need to be that as the man. I have no problem leading the women on my team, my girlfriend, whatever it is. I have no problem. I willingly accept that role. That makes you more desirable. But how am I going to do that as effective as possible? Being shy. Not going to happen. Again, we've accepted that in society as a normal thing. It's not normal. It's repulsive to the opposite sex, but it also makes you less capable as a man. And a lot of times we're just uncomfortable socially. That's why we retract and we go shy. And maybe with your close family, friends, and loved ones, maybe you're not shy. And there's a difference between being quiet and not speaking a lot versus being shy. You clearly know the difference. But people will lie to themselves. The shy guy will say, oh, no, I'm quiet. No, you're not, bro. You're shy. You just don't want to admit it. It's not cool to be shy as a dude. But again, for the woman, we don't care. In fact, the opposite we don't like. The one who's too chatty, too friendly with everybody, we kind of look at that as potentially a red flag. Versus, again, you look at that in the dude and they probably find it more desirable. Oh, he's social, he's charming, right? So we operate and think differently from a desire standpoint. Now, the one about your life and where you go, like I mentioned earlier, that's easy. That's simple. You connect with really what you want and who you are and what you genuinely desire that comes from you. Cool, then it's easy. But we allow the outside influences, just like in this dynamic of men and women. The world will try to shame you and tell you the opposite of what I told you in this video. I guarantee you, I'll even probably be attacked in the comments section because apparently nowadays you can't speak in generalities, even though they do fucking exist. That's how crazy of a world we live in. But anyways, desire can't be negotiated. Remember that. If you remember that and you understand some of the things in this video, it's going to go a lot better for you, okay? Check out the free resources I have in the description. You're more than welcome to go to my website. Anything else you guys need, let me know. Drop a comment for the algorithm, leave the thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right? Peace.